so don't worry if it's not recorded. A version of it will be recorded, is recorded, and I will post it later. I'm going to go ahead and start. So what I want to tell you is that, you know, you deserve a free lead. You just do. You deserve a free lead. I want you to have a free lead. And you can get them. Oh, good. Somebody is recording it. Good job. Okay, we'll give it a job. Okay, we'll give it a try. So, okay. The first thing I want to try, you guys, I've never tried this ever. And I don't know if it's going to work. But I thought I'd use this as my catalyst, my little tester. I want to try this. I want you to tell me how you feel about kvCore. And what you're going to do is you're going to, if you want to, you don't have to because it's hard to do too many things. But you can either use this little poll I tried to create. I kind of want to see how it works. Or you can just tell me. You can just post in here. How do you feel on a scale of very angry to perfectly content and happy about kvCore? Okay, somebody feels great. That's good. How else do we feel? You've requested a setup and have been trying to get training. Okay. It's good once you learn it. So, yeah, blah. Elizabeth says blah. Meh. We got yellow to green. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, I get it. Conversion. I know. I'm still learning it. Totally need to learn. It is powerful. Yep. Some of you are just neutral. You haven't really probably done anything with it yet. Haven't really used it. Gotcha. Okay. Some people said they had conversion and they haven't really used it since the change. Some people are getting there. Some are just completely overwhelmed. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go. You really do have to be a computer geek. You know what? You do. You have to be like a freaking genius. I'm going to tell you that. I mean, I'm not. It is a learning curve, you guys. And I'm not saying I'm any kind of genius, but I am telling you there's a learning curve to it. So those people that aren't super techie, I mean, I feel for you. I mean, I'm a little bit techie, and it's definitely a learning curve. So, all right. So, you know, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. We're going to make. Can I say this? But I am going to say this. This is the Power Girls. So I'm going to say this. We're going to make kvCore our little bitch. Okay, that's what really the name of this should be. Okay, how to make kvCore your little bitch. You guys like that? Okay, fantastic. All right. Next. So what? The first thing I have to say here is that really, if you want to generate free leads online, you have to have a social media presence, you guys. It's a non-negotiable thing. If you want to generate free leads, you must have a social media presence, an online presence, a digital marketing presence. So I've been doing some setups for people, you know, where they pay me to do it. I don't want to, but I do it because there's a need, and it needs to be affordable. So I do that, and I have a couple people that I have working with me that help me do it when I don't have time. So I'll ask them questions. I'll say, okay, what is your Facebook profile for your business? What is your LinkedIn profile? Do you have Instagram? What's that profile? Do you have YouTube? What's that profile? And people will say, no, they don't have any of that. Zero. They have nothing. And they'll say, well, what is your goal with kvCore? Well, I want to generate free leads. Well, that is fantastic. You're not going to. If you have no social media, no online presence, you're not going to generate free leads. You can pay for them, but you're not going to get them. So let me just go over a few social media things. I know you guys have done a lot with that, but I'm going to go over a few things. This is not a social media class, but you have to have some. And my top 4 are here on the left. Now, I will tell you Twitter. I don't really use Twitter, okay? I'm not a Twitter person. I am a Facebook person. I am an Instagram person, and I'm a YouTube person. And those three are sort of the trifecta. I think if you're not going to do anything else, definitely have Facebook. That is a non-negotiable thing. Instagram is becoming very non-negotiable. And YouTube, you have to be doing video. It's just, these are just things that you basically have to do. And if you're not willing to do it, that's okay. You can read The 7 Levels of Communication by Michael Maher and just work your business completely on referrals only and be very successful. But if you want to use kvCore and get free leads online with kvCore, you're going to have to do these other social media things. Okay. So, can you please raise your hand if you do have a Facebook business page? Okay, a good amount. Oh, lots and lots. So there's probably a couple that don't. So guess what? That's your first task. All right, good job. You can put your hand down now. This is a good poll. Put your hands down, or however you do it. I don't know if I raise my hand. Okay, put hand down. Okay. Now, raise your hand if you have Instagram. Okay. Also a very good amount. Great job. Okay. Now you can put your hands down. How many of you have a YouTube channel? Okay, you know what? There's a handful of you. That's another thing you got to do. Okay, and okay, good. Next, this is super important, you guys. Veronica, can somebody message Veronica and tell her to leave the auditorium and come back in to see if her sound can work then? Okay. So the next thing that's really important, you guys, is Google My Business. Raise your hand if you've set up your Google My Business page. Okay. A few, not a ton, a few. So that's another thing to do to have a social media presence. So you're going to want to go, you can actually just type in Google My Business and find it. And then it's going to ask you to set up a business page for Google. And this is where you can ask people to review you on Google. You can post to Google. When people search for eXp Realty in your area, you're going to come up. Yeah, exactly. We all do work for Google. Absolutely. LinkedIn. You guys can put your hands down now. How many have a LinkedIn profile? Okay, a good amount. Yes, good job. I told you I do have a Twitter account. I don't really use it very much actively, but I'm trying so hard to get better. I don't know how bad I want to try, but a little bit. I do not use Snapchat. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. Maybe someday I'll have to do that someday, but I don't. Does anybody use Snapchat in here? Raise your hand. Some. Okay. Some do. Pinterest, I don't know. I don't know how for real estate, how great it is for generating business. Is anybody using Pinterest for business? Anybody? Okay, a couple people. And then finally, anybody on the Nextdoor app? Okay. So a good amount. So I'm going to put in the chat. Really, Karen gets most of her leads from Pinterest. Amazing. That's amazing. It's not my cup of tea. I am happy for Karen. Maybe someday I'll learn. Okay. I know, yeah, she should do more. She's done something with some things I've seen her do, talk about Pinterest, but I've never seen her talk that much about it. So anyway, I'm going to put in the chat, some real estate marketing blogs. I'm just going to put in the chat for you for later to look at. You copy these and do something with them, and don't look at them now. These are just kind of some things real estate agents could be doing or should be doing on social media. Okay, so that's enough of that. All right, but like I said, this is not a social media class. This is not what this is about. But I did want to let you know, if you want to generate free leads online with kvCore, you're going to have some sort of social media presence and find your jam there. Okay. I do want to tell you, I'm going to give you a few little tips, just a few little tips. You can make Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and your blog. You do have a blog on kvCore. If you don't have a WordPress blog, you do have a blog on kvCore. Yeah, you can use it, and you can embed video even in your blog. So what you can do is you can post. Here's what I recommend anyway: that you post a minimum of once per day on your Facebook business page. Okay, and if you don't have time to do that, use the scheduler. Oh, yeah, Beth says the blogging mastermind is tomorrow. They do every week. You guys do a great blogging mastermind. It helps you learn all kinds of tips and tricks and really intense and light stuff that's been really helpful. I'm sorry the sound is in and out. My internet is really strong, so it's probably you. And I'm sorry about that. One thing to do is make sure you don't have a lot of stuff open on your computer, and maybe even leave the auditorium, come back and see if it's any better. All right, so back to what you can do here. So posting a minimum of once a day on your Facebook business page, and if you don't have time for that, you can schedule your Facebook business posts. Schedule them for the week. So maybe you could just sit down for 10 minutes, 15 minutes once a week and schedule them all out. Then what you can do is you can link your Instagram to your Facebook business page and Twitter. So whenever you post to Instagram, you can set it up so that it automatically also goes to your Facebook business page and your Twitter. So that makes things a little easier. And there's also a little trick where on LinkedIn, set up LinkedIn to automatically go to Twitter as well. And then you can set it up so that your Twitter will automatically go to your personal page, so that you can get a lot of stuff done with a few posts and post in a lot of places without having to pay for something like Hootsuite or one of those services that posts for you, or that you schedule your posts on. But anyway, the other thing that I want you to try is doing a Facebook Live video once a week, featuring a business or showing a real estate activity or a walkthrough of a house. Oh my gosh, whenever I do a walkthrough of one of my open houses or a vacant house, I get so many views on that. And then you take that video, Facebook Live video, and download it and upload it to YouTube. And so you have it in a variety of places. And then you guys, what you do is you take your kvCore squeeze page links, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then you post those in the description of these videos to help generate leads. So anyway, that's just a few little things to do. Again, this is not a social media class. I just wanted to give you some tips here. And then you take that video, that Facebook Live video, and then you publish it in a blog. And I will, hopefully this works, show you an example of that. Maybe. All right, so this is my WordPress blog, you guys. So, but this is an example. We're doing a 10-day listing agreement offer. And so this is my business partner, Rebecca, and I. And what we did is we did this Facebook Live video, and then I downloaded it and I uploaded it to YouTube, and then I took the YouTube video and put it in the blog. So I'll, so that you guys can look at this later. I don't want to waste time right now. I am going to put the link to that blog in the chat. Okay, so Phyllis said she saw it. It was awesome. Great. I'm glad you liked it. So anyway, again, I don't have time to talk all about what all the different things you could do. The cider was the trick, Diana. I agree. It's my form of mommy juice. Okay. So just some tips and tricks. Okay, next, that I want to talk about is that this class is actually not a kvCore how-to class. Okay, this is not what this is. So what I want to point you in the direction of is I have a YouTube channel and I have a playlist. Now, I have been told that this playlist has saved people from hurting themselves when it comes to kvCore. And I'm so happy to hear that. So it's my top 5 kvCore training videos. I'm going to put this in the link here in the chat. Now, this YouTube playlist, it's basically how to set up your kvCore from start to finish. I've had so much feedback on that first video, how to set up your kvCore website from start to finish. So many people have used that and been able to set up their website just to get all the settings and the look of it and everything they want done within like an hour and a half. And I'm pretty happy about that people are having great success with just watching that video and following it along and doing what I suggest. And then I just have your other typical things, how to make campaigns work, how to create a campaign, how to create a squeeze page for open house list or a seller landing page. So if you've not tried out your kvCore, if you're afraid to, I just want to challenge you to go to this playlist and watch these 5 videos. And I think it's super duper going to help you. Okay? All right. And the other thing that I want to mention is we have, some of you are already part of these dum-dums groups. I have 2 groups in Workplace. One's called kvCore for Dum-Dums, and what is called the Dum-Dums Guide to eXp. I encourage you to do that. So what I did, Daphne, is I posted a link to that YouTube playlist. So you can just find that link. And also, I will repost at the end of this meeting, I'll repost these slides, and all the links I'm talking about are in this slide presentation, okay? All right. All right, so now that I've given you that very long preface of what this class is and is not, what you need to do to even, do any of this, is we're going to go into these 5 ways to make kvCore your best friend. And what's going to be good about this for you is that we are going to be doing, or I've been invited in anyway, to come in to do a series of classes in June about how to use kvCore, the real how-tos, like how to start setting it up. And then once you set it up, how to create some squeeze pages and how to start posting those squeeze pages and what to do once you get the leads and things like that, and some basic things. So we're going to be doing that in June. So what this is going to hopefully urge you to do is, start digging into kvCore to see maybe some ideas that are possible for you. And that's what I hope that we can accomplish here today. So let's start. Someone needs to mute their mic, she's saying, and I will see if I'm able to mute mics. I don't really know how to do that. What now? Yeah, I'm not hearing anything either, except for myself. I don't know how to mute people's mics.
Sylvia, if you look up at the top, it says stage control. You can mute us there. But then you've got to remember to unmute us if you want us to talk to you.
Okay, I'm going to click to mute just so everybody's happy. Okay? All right. Okay, I've muted everybody, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dive into this. So if there's something that you want to say, you can chat. And if I'm, and it's good that nobody can talk actually because I need to plow through this now. Okay. All right. Or raise your hand. Great idea, because I can see you. All right, so number 1. The number 1 way to make kvCore your little bitch or your new best friend, however you want to say it, is to leverage social media. So some different ideas. You can, create a post. You can share a post. You can like. You can create polls. And what you can do with your kvCore is create lead generating single property squeeze pages I love single property squeeze pages. Multi-property squeeze pages, like here's all the houses that are listed right now that have a pool. That would be example. Or here are all the open houses happening this weekend in Grand Rapids. I live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Or here's a market report for our county or this zip code. And then also seller squeeze pages. How much is my home worth? So you post these links that you create all over, everywhere, in blogs. You can text them. You can post them in video descriptions on your YouTube channel. So there's just a variety of things that you can do with these, and you need to be posting them consistently. So I think it's kind of funny because some people say, gosh, I posted this one link one time for my kvCore website. I created a seller squeeze page. I posted it once, and I did it a few days ago, and I've gotten like 4 leads, and then that's it. And kvCore sucks. It's like you've got to do it consistently, frequently, and you have to develop presence, and it's going to take some time. So that's that. So the other thing that you're going to do to leverage social media is creating call capture codes. So this is for any place on your social media or print media where you don't have clickable links. Like, for example, in Craigslist, if you post on Craigslist, you don't have clickable links. If you post on Instagram, you can't, post a link, a clickable link. So, or if you have a meme, you create just an image, you can't have a clickable link. So it's got to be, text this code to this number to get this information. And that's great for print media as well. But it works great for Instagram. And then obviously you're going to post, like I mentioned, you're going to post these links on your blog posts and your videos. We talked about that already. So that's number one. I'm going to give you an example. So this particular post, you guys, was one of my listings. I created a single property squeeze page, and I posted it right after we dropped the price. Now, I had posted this property before and gotten some action on it, leads from my Facebook. It's primarily Facebook, and so anyway, we dropped the price, so I posted this again. And you guys, I did not pay for this boost. I did not boost this post. I did not pay a dime. But I was just, when I looked at the performance of this post, I was just very impressed, actually, that it reached over 2,600 people, that 33 people liked or commented or shared it, and I had 146 people click on the post. I mean, that is a pretty successful thing, I think. And yes, I did get a crap ton of leads from posting this, buyer leads. And yes, I am converting those buyers into active buyers with me that have buyer agencies and are pre-approved. This did not happen overnight. And I'm going to tell you more about how I did this. But basically, creating single property squeeze pages are my very favorite, especially for my own listings. It's getting your own listing generates the most leads. Door knock around your listing, whether you can post your squeeze pages about your listing, that is just going to generate and you're going to be able to leverage the most from your own listings and creating single property squeeze pages. I'm going to see if anybody had any questions here. Where did I post it? I posted it. This was on my Facebook business page, you guys. That's where I posted this. I mean, and you guys, I know I have like 300 people. That's it. That I on my Facebook business page, but I posted there. I also shared the post to my personal profile. And what helps is when you are Facebook friends too with your client, with your seller clients, they will share it too, or they'll post it too. And I'm going to go more into that. But that's where the good stuff happens. Okay. So this is so you can post a single page squeeze page on YouTube. Yeah. Absolutely. You can, if you have a YouTube video and you create a squeeze page for maybe you have a property and you do a video, you can say, here's a link to get more information on the property, and it's a specific squeeze page that you created, so you knew the lead came from that YouTube link, and maybe you have a certain campaign you want to activate as a result of somebody clicking on that particular link. Yes, you can absolutely do that. Yes, the slide, can I share the slide with you? I'm not sure what you mean, Joy. You're going to, I posted, you can get all these slides that I'm sharing. I posted at the beginning of the meeting. I'm also going to post it at the end of the meeting. Actually, I think I can post it again now. Hang on. Is that what you mean? So here's the whole, okay. Here you go. All right. That's that. Okay, number 2. So here's the number 2 way you can make kvCore your little biatch. Okay? Using tailored follow-up campaigns. Again, those top 5 videos that I posted earlier, training videos for kvCore, will be able to figure out and learn how to create a campaign. I've got more videos like it, but you can create a tailored follow-up campaign for the different areas and sources you post. So for example, I have a Facebook buyer lead campaign. So when people click on one of my, any property that I've posted on Facebook anywhere, that's been shared on Facebook anywhere, a specific campaign will speak to those people. And same with next door. If I ever get away, and I do get away with it, I'm really lucky, cross my fingers, tap on wood. I have been pretty lucky with Nextdoor. Whenever I've posted things, I'm kind of sneaky about it, but I've posted things and I have gotten leads without getting in trouble. So I'm happy about that. I am also a sponsor of my zip code though too, but I am super lucky there too because mine's only $32 a month. So I know I'm lucky in that, and I'm sorry. If maybe you create a landing page and you want a certain campaign to activate from creating a landing page. For example, maybe you have a home buyer seminar and you create a landing page for that, and maybe after someone enters in their email address, it will take them to an Eventbrite page or a video or a home buying guide, whatever the case may be, and you want a certain campaign to be activated once you capture that lead. Same with any text codes, maybe a specific type of campaign for expos or expireds, that kind of thing. So creating tailored follow-up campaigns is the other way. Absolutely. Can you use kvCore setup? Oh, no. So once you request your kvCore website, and I'm sorry, my cat is meowing. Once you request to opt into your kvCore website, it will take 7 to 10 days. It might be really quick. It might happen like the next day, but you can't use kvCore till you get those login details. You can't log in till you can log in. All right. So I'm going to show you an example of a campaign, or a result of a campaign. So I have a Facebook buyer campaign, and what happened is I posted this property that I just showed you earlier. And what happens is when I got the lead, I have it set up so my kvCore will automatically to anybody who clicked a property on Facebook. And this one is particular. I have a Facebook campaign for my own personal listings versus other listings. I might share somebody else's listing. So anyway, this is for when people share my own listing. So notice the email that was sent automatically. I didn't do anything. Okay. It says, "Hi, I noticed you checked out the home for sale that was posted on Facebook the other day. I'm the realtor, and I'd love to know what you think about the listing. I need your feedback. What do you think about the presentation? How about the price? Who do you know that might be interested in purchasing this home?" And ta-da, it's sent. And this is directly from my kvCore website, you guys. This is what it looks like. And she replied back to me and said, "Yes, I loved it. I live in Woodland. I want to sell my house and purchase that one definitely." I mean, so I've actually met with this woman. I've showed her that house. She doesn't want to buy that house. She wants to buy a different one. And she wants me to also help her brother buy a house. So now I'm in contact with her. And I also have a couple other leads from this Facebook campaign that I am talking to. So it works. And I love it. And it makes me happy. Does anybody have any questions about that? Where are you? Holly, before we end this, I will make sure everybody has all my links to stuff. Okay. All right. All right. So now we're going to go into the third way. The third way, you can make kvCore your new best friend. All right. No, that was my own listing, Tama, in that case. That I just showed you. That was my own personal listing. You can now in Michigan. Now I don't know where your state is, but in Michigan, I can share anybody's listing, even with they're with another brokerage, as long as I'm not trying to pass off that listing as my own, and as long as I mention that this listing was brought to us by Remax of Grand Rapids or whatever the brokerage is. I can do that here in Michigan. Otherwise, if you're in eXp and you're not allowed to share other brokerages listings without explicit written permission, then you could, share another eXp's agent's listing. On your Facebook page, do you offer information? Yes, I do. In my workplace group, I've got lots of videos on that, and again at the end, I will make sure I share all these. Okay. All right. Okay, but let's talk about RPR. Can you please raise your hand if you are using RPR and love it? A good amount. Not enough. Me. I love it too. Okay, good. So yes, and Cassie's saying, you cannot promote other people's listings. Yeah, again, check your state rules. I'm just telling you what I'm allowed to do in Michigan, or if you want to get explicit permission. But that getting your own listings anyway is what you want to do, because that's where you're going to get the most leverage. All right, we've got a newbie. She says she doesn't know what RPR is. You know what? Don't feel bad, Doris, because there's some agents that have been agents for years and don't know what RPR is. Let me tell you, RPR is Realtors Property Resource. This is something you get as one of your benefits of being a member of the National Association of Realtors. Okay, it is a fantastic resource. I'm going to show it to everybody right now because it matters so much. And it makes me sad when people don't know about it. Can you all see that? Yes. Yeah, so you can go to RPR or go to NAR and access your realtor's realtor property resource account. Set up your account. You guys can create CMAs with this. Beautiful neighborhood. Beautiful neighborhood reports, property reports, property flyers. You can find distressed properties, commercial properties. It's lovely. They have lots of webinars and training for utilizing it to get the most out of it. But let me go back. We can talk more about it in a minute, but let me go back and show you this. So this is a property flyer. So because of my activity on my social media and posting seller squeeze pages. A seller squeeze page is when I am asking people to get their instant home value and put in their address and get their instant home value on kvCore. Okay. What happens when people do that is a couple things. Number one, you're going to get at least the address, okay? You might only get an address because what happens is people realize, oh, I got to put in my email address if I want to get the value, and I don't want to do that. Or I've got to put in my phone number, and I don't want to do that. So you'll get a variety of leads, some with just the address, some with an address and maybe a phone number, because what's great about kvCore is that it allows people to log in or with their Facebook account or their Google account. So when they do that, you're going to get their first and last name, and oftentimes not only their email, but also their phone number. So that is fantastic. And you'll get more phone numbers over time and emails over time as you kind of do it consistently. Yes, Doris, you're welcome. This is a flyer. Yes, Mary, this is a flyer in RPR. I'll show you how it works. You want me to? So I want to tell you a story. Are you ready for a story? Okay. So please raise your hand if you follow Jonathan Dupree. Real estate 101.
Me.
Yay. So when he first came into eXp a little over a year ago, he started teaching his Real Estate 101 classes on Sundays. And I did have a Nextdoor account, but he's the one that taught, hey, you know, Nextdoor doesn't, you know, really love you to post business-related things or promote yourself, but he gave some tips on maybe how to get away with it, and I've been able to get away with it. I don't post on Nextdoor very much business-related stuff. I try to be like a neighbor and help people find their missing cats, or, you know, recommend a contractor, you know, things like that. That's what I try to do in Nextdoor. But once a quarter, I post the following in Nextdoor. I say exactly what Jonathan Dupree told me to say the very first time I did it last June. So last June, a year ago, I posted my seller squeeze page, the Get Your Instant Home Value from kvCore. And I said this: a lot of my friends asked me about the value of their home. So I thought I'd share this handy little tool that lets you just enter in your address and instant presto, get your home value, period. Enjoy, exclamation point. That's, you know, and I get, like, the first time I did it last June, guys, I got 150 leads in about 3 days' time. And my friend Rebecca, who lives in just about 10 minutes away in a different neighborhood, she did the same thing and got the same results. And it was lovely. Now, a lot of those leads were duplicates because some of those leads were just addresses, and then the person would change their mind and decide, okay, I will put in my email address because I do want to get the value. So then I had maybe two of the same address, one with an email, one without. Okay, and then, and so what I did is I went and cleaned up those leads, and you guys, I had 98 leads of leads with at least addresses, some with numbers, some with also emails. Okay, they were, and those that I had emails for, they were just on a seller drip campaign. And you guys, I did nothing, zero. I did zero with those leads. And those of you who follow me in the Dum Dums group, you've heard the story before, and I apologize, but it's a good story. I did nothing with those leads. I let them sit there, except a few of them were on that seller drip campaign with email, and that's it. All right. In December of last year, I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be an amazing person, and I am going to take all those leads I got from the seller squeeze page that I did in June, and I'm going to finally mail all those people something. I'm going to mail them my holiday calendar, and I'm going to email them their updated home property value, and I'm going to be amazing, and it's going to be so wonderful. Well, what I did is I went to RPR. I'm going to show you RPR now. I went to RPR and I typed in the address for each property. Super easy to do. And then you can look up, and I'm going to do one. I'm just going to follow to. Okay. So I did this for each property, and I actually had my son help me just because, you know, it's a lot. So I looked at each one, and then you can see, okay, the last time the property was sold, what the estimate value is, or create comps. You can refine the details of the property if they've done improvements or whatever to create a comp. So, and it tells you here who owns the property, okay? And then it also tells you here, down here, what their mailing address is. So you can tell, okay, do these owners also live there, or is this a rental or something? So Anyway, I did that for all 98 properties that I got last year, you guys. I got all those leads, so I had 98 good leads from last June. Did not do diddly with them. Then I decided I was going to mail them this wonderful, beautiful thing with my calendar and tell them what their home value was. You guys, 18 of them, 18, 1-8. That's a lot, 18. Would anybody like 18 listings, even just in 1 year? That'd be good, huh? Right? Yeah. 18 of those people, as I had gone through on RPR, said that, see here where it says sold date and off market, it said either they were pending, they were active listings, or just sold in the last couple months. So 18 people that asked for their home value 6 months prior on my website that I didn't do anything with listed their home. Okay, do you think I learned a lesson? Yes, I did. So what I learned from that is like, okay, 20%, we'll just call it 20%, 18% of the people that the sellers that ask for the instant home value, they're ready to list their house in the next couple months. That's what I learned. So to answer somebody's question, mail. So you know what, Kim? I mailed them all. I did both. Those I had emails for, I mailed, and those that I mailed every single one. And I've taken it a step further now. I am actually going to their door personally, because I realize there is real business here. And so I'm going to go to their door. I'm going to knock on their door. And that's what we're doing now. So anyway, so from here, you can create a report, and you can create these beautiful, I mean, they're like 60-page reports, beautiful reports, property report, seller report, mini property report, valuation workbook, market activity report, neighborhood report, school report. So you can create reports based on addresses, or just neighborhoods, and they're quite beautiful. But I do these property flyers. So I click here on property flyer, and then if there's no photo, that just means that there's there's not enough recent listing photos to even, because you could do your own photo, or it's just going to use a Google. It's going to use a Google photo. Or you can upload your own. And you can write your own little headline and put in your little description. So what I did, I'll show you what mine looks like. So what I did is I write this little description. Can you guys see this? Yeah. Dear David and Kimberly, you requested a home value from my website a while back, and I wanted to give you an update. Yes? You can't see what I'm showing? It's on the screen. You could, at the top right-hand side of the screen, there's like a little refresh button. You could try that refresh button. Okay, so I can also put it in here. What's cool about these reports from RPR, you guys, I'm going to paste it. What's cool about these reports from RPR is they create a live link that you can text to somebody, you can email to somebody, and that report lasts for 30 days, okay? So, or you can download it. So you can download it, email it, it's a live link. Isn't that lovely? So that's what it looks like. So anyway, I say this estimate could be higher or lower. Let's have a 10 to 15-minute phone call so I can gather more information to create a professional comparative analysis, blah, blah, blah. I say how they can schedule an appointment with me. I've also created your custom property report to get your full market activity report text, and they have their address, 2141, to my smart number. And then, so they text to that number, and they text 2141 because that's their address. So I created this custom code. See, 2141, create a custom code. They text 2141 to that phone number, and they're going to get their whole property report in a link. And I let them know it's going to be available, and till what date this link's going to be available. I look forward to hearing from you. So what I'm doing, you guys, every time I get a batch of these these people, I physically go to their house with this report in hand. And if they're not home, I leave it at the door. That's the lesson that I learned that I need to do with these people, because there is real business to be had, and I don't want somebody else to list it when I could perfectly capable of listing their house for them. So, and you can also mail these, email them, print them, do what you want. Okay? All right. Okay. Yeah, Grand Rapids is super affordable. That home in Willard, this one, I mean, our price ranges, our average is $225. Okay, that's what our average is. All right. Is there a place in kvCore to create a market analysis to send automatically on a schedule? Yes. Yes, Jane. So this isn't the how-to class, but yes, if somebody asks their home value on your website and they provide an email address, they will automatically, every 28 days, get a market report from your website. Is it accurate? Does it really matter? You know, you got their lead, you got their information, and then you want to list their house, you know, and then you want to add them to your sphere and put them on your newsletter campaign, and then every once in a while offer them a more accurate EMA or home value. Like RPR is quite accurate. It's pretty darn accurate. So I don't really worry. kvCore home values ranges are accurate, but they're pretty wide ranges, and you know, I take it with a grain of salt. I just want to get the lead, you guys. That's what I want. I want the lead. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, that's how I use RPR and kvCore together. Is what I'm saying. Somebody's asking. So do RPR? Do you get into the comp details or? No, you know what? For when I just get the lead and I'm trying to reach out to them, I do not do comps unless they're going to be serious about selling. Once I know that they're, they're ready to really go and I have a real listing appointment, then I will do comps and all that jazz. Okay. kvCore adds up all the listing values and divides. Yeah, so if someone prices their houses too high, the value is skewed. Yeah, RPR is far better for pricing. Absolutely. All right. All right. Good. Okay. You guys, we're almost done. So here's the fourth way you can make RPR, or it's not RPR, make kvCore your new best friend, your little bitch, whatever you want to call. Yeah, exactly. You've paid for RPR in your NAR dues. You should use it. Now, I've heard there's a couple MLSs in the world that don't use it, which I think is terrible because they're paying their board and having their board handle their NAR dues for them. They should get access to it. But anyway, whatever. Let's move right on. Okay, you guys know about this, right? Some of you might not know, but you can get free leads from Zillow, and there's a couple different ways to do it. You can search for sale by owners and also make me move. The reason I mention those two is because those two will be providing their phone number. So here is a for sale by owner, or this could be a make me move. And in either case, you're going to see the property owner's phone number. Okay? So what you could do from here is you could add that phone number, and then through RPR, you can find that person's name, who is the owner. You could and what is their mailing address, right? So what you can do is put in their phone number into your kvCore website, and then you can start sending them text message help. And, however you want to approach, like, hey, so-and-so, I see you're selling your house for sale by owner. It's great. Wow, I think it's a beauty. I like your pictures or whatever. Hey, I've got a free marketing tool for you. I'm not asking to list your house. or hey, would you be offended if I, stop by for 15 minutes today or tomorrow to preview your home for some of my buyers in the area? Or hey, here's a free seller's guide for you. It might help you while you're trying to sell a house on your own, or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to send. But really, you guys, I think that's great. And you can drip on these people, but I think you should just go to their door. I honestly think you should go to their door, but that's just me. Some people have a great success just calling, emailing, texting. That is wonderful. But that is something, Make Me Move, and also distressed properties you can find. But again, you're going to have to go door knocking for those. The reason I'm mentioning Make Me Move and For Sale by Owners is this beautiful little phone number here. Okay. Let's see if there's any questions on that. So Kathy's asking, she got a lead from kvCore, but only got her name and email and followed up with the email. So the only thing I can suggest is just keep putting her on a drip. Maybe in an email, send her an email and say, hey, what's your phone number? Maybe that simple. What's your phone number? Be that simple. You can also try Spokio, which you can access from kvCore. Spokio is something you pay like $8 a month for or something. You can try to find somebody's address and phone number based on just their name and email. You can say, this is the information I have for this person, and try to get other information on them. So that's something you can do. Also, Realty Resource is something that you could invest in to find people's names and numbers that way. So I don't know if that's helpful. Keep asking in the email questions that she has to answer, and that are simple, like one-sentence questions that maybe you'll get a response from. That's how I would suggest dealing with that. Okay, here's my Mac Daddy. This is my Mac Daddy of how to make kvCore your new best friend. And again, it's best when you have a listing, you guys. This is what it works. But creating a seller marketing kit for your seller. And so what I do is I create a seller kit using kvCore. I create a lead generating single property squeeze page that I give a hashtag called seller share. So when this client shares that link and a lead comes in, it's assigned the hashtag automatically of seller share, so I know where it came from, and I have a specific campaign that reaches out to those people when that lead comes in. So that's one thing. I also always create a YouTube video, either like a walkthrough or just a cute little video or images, create a video from images, whatever you want to do to create some sort of video about the property. And then in the description, I have a single property squeeze page. Again, I have it hashtagged a certain way so that I know where what kind of campaign I want activated as a result of getting that lead and how I want to reach out to them. Instagram, I create an Instagram image for them that they can post on their own Instagram account. It has a call capture text code. I'm going to show you what this looks like in a minute, you guys. I also create a flyer. You can use the eXp Marketing Center to do this. And once you create that, you can also create a QR code in kvCore, your listing QR code, to add on top of that flyer. Is maybe a way to generate the lead by somebody scanning that. Now, some people say, the QR codes are dead or whatever. I don't think they're dead, but they're just not highly used. But I feel like they're coming back in a weird way. So I stick with it, you guys. I'm sticking with QR codes. I don't care with it. It's just a way to do it. Now, if you don't want to use QR codes, you can use a text code, call capture text code. Text this number to get the details on this property. And then make sure, again, you have a hashtag of the address. So let's say your address is 217 North Main. I'm going to create a hashtag 217 North Main so that I know all the leads that came in interested in that particular property, 217 North Main, so that when there's a price change or I got an offer on that house, I can text from kvCore or I can email from kvCore to a hashtag. So I can say mass email or mass text to this hashtag 217 North Main, and I say, hey, guess what? We just reduced the price at such and such address. Or guess what? We just received 2 offers, and all offers are due by tomorrow at noon. So get your offer. Whatever you want to do there. Or who do you know who wants to buy this house? You know, so hashtagging it that address. You know, who exactly is interested in the address. Now, if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, that's because you need to do some kvCore training videos. And again, when I'm all done, and I'm almost there. When I'm all done, you'll be able to go to those trainings and see to do these things I'm suggesting you do. Okay, so here's the seller marketing kit. This is an email. I just send it as an email to my client, and I say, hey, here you go. Here is, I even give them text. Hey, copy and paste the following to your Facebook profile and edit as you want to. So I have the squeeze page link. I have a little, so you can just copy this and then paste it into their Facebook. I also give them their YouTube video to share. Let's see if I can find this so you can see it better. Hold please. There it is. Okay. So can you guys see that? I hope. So here's the email I send to my clients. I give them their links, their Instagram photo that they can share. I give them their flyer along. It's a PDF attachment. You know, and if you have a really involved client, they really want to sell their house and they want to be a part of it, they will take advantage of it. If not, you know, that's fine. Maybe you could at least get them to, if you can at least get them to share that link on their Facebook profile, you will get like 50 leads in 1 hour. Now, will these leads all be interested in buying a house? Maybe not. They're all looky-loos. They all want to see their, you know, Facebook friends listing. They want to see the pictures. But you know what? That's 48 new people that you have email addresses for because they logged in using their Facebook account because they're already on Facebook, so they might as well log in using Facebook. Now you have their, at least their email address, probably their number, probably their full name. Now, that's 50 new people in probably 1 hour, depending on how excited people are to see the pictures of somebody's listing, that you didn't know before. Now they're in your database. Now you can reach out to them and say, hey, what did you think of this listing? Do you know anybody who might want to buy this house? Do you have any real estate questions? And then have a little follow-up campaign of your own and add them to your sphere of influence. That's a much warmer online lead than anything else. So that's that. All right. So that's how you can start making kvCore for your new best friend. First, I just want to mention that I do these dumb question sessions every Sunday at 7:30 Eastern time. So right now, you guys, it's 5:04 Eastern time, so I don't know where you are, but 7:30 Eastern time. It's a Zoom meeting, and again, I will provide these links, the link to this whole presentation, so you can click on the link and register, or you can just join DumDum's Guide to eXp in the Workplace. That's our group, DumDum's Guide to eXp, and you can register there. This particular Sunday night, we're going to do how to use kvCore as your CRM. And I'm going to have a guest, James Boyle, who also teaches kvCore stuff, like I do, that way. And he's going to, I'm going to have him on as a guest, and he's going to talk about how to use it as your CRM. So I invite you to do that. Any question? Yes, these DumDum sessions are always recorded, and you can find them on my YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to. I will make sure I put that in here. This is my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to. Find all the recorded things. Okay, you guys, Any final questions right now? I have an 11-minute video I'm going to show that you can stay for or go. It doesn't matter. If you go into the Dum Dums group, you'll find these kind of things. Or if you become a subscriber to my channel, you can find it. The slideshow is not on YouTube. So again, I'm going to share the slideshow once more that has all the links. Every link that I've shared here. There it is. Drip campaigns, I do both. I use the default drip campaigns, and I also create my own. Now again, I was invited to come into this auditorium with Power Girls during the month of June and teach a couple of how-to classes, like how to use kvCore, like how to set up your website, how to create a squeeze page, how to create a campaign. So we're going to do that in June, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start this video. It's an overview of kvCore and shows you some features you may or may not know about. So it's good for you newbies or people who've been afraid of kvCore. I want you to stay for it. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you join our Dum Dums group. And I know you're totally lost. That's okay. I'm going to show this video. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day, you guys. And
this to them.
This helps me.
I can generate a QR code.
Thank you, Sylvia. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sylvia.
You're welcome.
Hi there, this is Sylvia Dana with eXp Realty in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I am here today to just show you the quickest overview I can of our kvCore platform. kvCore is your front-facing IDX website. It is also your lead-generating platform, as also your smart CRM. This is my website as an example. This background photo is one of my listings. You can customize your background photo. You can choose to have several photos to alternate here, and you can also choose to add video instead. There are some customization features in kvCore. The ones I've selected here are to add these widgets and testimonials, my listings. You can also choose to just do your agency listings. And then we have an option for blogging as well on our kvCore website. These areas here are your SEO, search engine optimization areas that you want to add into your website to help people find homes in these areas. Let me show you an example. Here we are on Michelle's website. As you can see, you can change up colors and accents. This chat feature I wanted to show you, this is something that will work directly with your Facebook business page messenger. So when people chat with you there, it will go to your messenger. But I wanted to show you these SEO pages. You can, again, do this by zip code, county, town. Each zip code page is really kind of difficult in its own way. It serves like a mini market report, and you can choose to add these as custom pages in one of your drop-down menus. But it's a really quite nice little market report, and you can add more to this. You have the ability to search as a consumer, and you also have the ability to enter in your home valuation. Now, I am already logged into Michelle's page, so it's not asking me yet to register. So if I'm a brand new lead, however, after some clicking around on her website, it will ask me to register either through Facebook with my Facebook account or my Google.
Sorry.
Account or just my email address. So it is a very powerful lead generating website. You do have the option to add custom pages. In this case, I want to show you our Homekeeper blog. Now, Homekeeper is something we get with eXp, but it is an app that we can share share with our clients, and we can also invite our vendors to participate. It's a great referral machine that way, working with our vendors. So we can choose to recommend our vendors to our clients, and our clients like it because they are always asking us, who do you know who's a contractor? Who do you know who's a CPA? Who do you know who's a landscaper? So let me show you an example. So this is what the blog will look like. You do get these a couple of times a week. It will be branded to you. And then I don't have any results here. I haven't recommended any HVAC people, but if I recommended an HVAC type person, air conditioning furnace person, these results for vendors I've recommended would show here in the blog. So I found that this is a great way I can post. Who do you know who's a landscaper? So let me show you an example. So this is what the blog will look like. You do get these a couple of times a week. It will be branded to you. And then I don't have any results here. I haven't recommended any HVAC people, but if I recommended an HVAC type person, air conditioning furnace person, these results for vendors I've recommended would show here in the blog. I found that this is a great way I can post this blog on the Nextdoor app, for example, and say, hey, who do you know who is a great air conditioner repair person or HVAC specialist, whatever the case may be, energy specialist, who I can help promote on my blog. And that is a nice way to promote yourself on Nextdoor without getting flagged as well. So that's just a little tidbit. Now, here we are on our back end. This is our dashboard where we can see all of our lead generating activity, any new home valuations we received, for example, new showing requests, new questions, texts, emails, anything that's new that we need to check out. We also have our smart CRM where we can organize our complete database. We can add our influence here and interact with them here, or just manage our leads here, whatever the case may be. We can organize them by hashtags, by contact types. You can mass email and mass text them. My computer is going slow. You can add tasks, add hashtags, change statuses, and add different campaigns to different types of leads in this way. The listing option, this is where you can add manual listings. So, for example, if you have pocket listings or coming soon listings, depending on what your state rules are, you can do that here. You can search for your own listings, your agency listings, listings in certain areas. You can also, on the listing pages here, it will show you who the listing agent is, be able to call them. Now, this particular agent is another eXp agent in my area, so I can feel free to promote his listings for sure. And I can create a squeeze page for his listing to help generate leads for myself and promote his listing at the same time. Now, here I can choose to send this listing via text to maybe a specific lead. I can email this to a hashtag. So maybe I have a hashtag for all of my leads looking for homes in Coopersville and send this to them. I can generate a QR code for this listing, print a flyer. I can boost the property. Hey, boost the property. Post to Facebook from here, and also there's a list poster that makes it super simple and easy to post to Craigslist. So this is just an example of one thing that you can do in our market, in our lead generator, our lead engine. This is where you're going to create landing pages, call capture codes, CMA builder, download the open house app to generate leads at your open house. And then we have Squeeze Page Generator, which is probably the most popular. This is where I can create multi-property squeeze pages for an open house list, for example. Single property squeeze page. I love this for my listings and ask my sellers to promote their listing on Facebook, for example. And I can get a lot of new leads added to my sphere of influence this way that I didn't have there before, because they are people that my sellers know because they want to promote their listing. I can create seller squeeze pages to get home valuations and also market reports. And in all of these different types of squeeze pages, I can choose the source. So if I'm going to post this on Facebook or on my Google business page or on LinkedIn, wherever the case may be, I can choose to put the sources so that I can track my leads a little better. I can also add specific hashtags. So let's say I'm going to promote a property on Facebook. I could add the hashtag Facebook buyer that would then activate a specific campaign that I've created for any lead that comes in on Facebook. Speaking of campaigns, I want to show you our marketing autopilot. This is where I can schedule mass emails. I do have a dialer. I can create behavior automations for different types of leads, and I can create search alerts for different types of leads. Smart campaign, this is where I can modify the current campaigns that are in our library. I can activate or deactivate campaigns, and I can create new campaigns from scratch for any type of lead that I want to reach out to. And the campaigns can be templates for email templates. They can be text tasks. They can be just tasks to change the status of the lead, tasks to a lead. But you can create any sort of template that you want to add to your campaigns. So that is a quick overview of a few things that you can do with kvCore. I do want to just mention, too, there is a support chat that during business hours you can talk to kvCore support if you're having problems. And there's also a marketplace where this is where you would add additional, you could pay additional money here to boost properties by Google advertising, add an additional smart number, buy leads through making a rain program. But honestly, I do find that just doing a few things myself, using the lead engine and marketing autopilot, I can generate a lot of leads for myself for free. But we do have those purchase options as well. I hope that gives you a quick picture. The last thing I do want to show you, though, is on your web IDX page here. This is where you're going to add all your settings for your website. This is where you can add the testimonials, the extra service areas and SEO pages, custom pages. So let's say you want to create a neighborhood page or a custom page for one of your title companies or home warranty companies. You can do that here and just edit the different settings of your website in general, add extra widgets. And you also do have that blog feature where you can blog about different topics. You can blog about your home buyer guides to generate leads, and you can edit the post here. It's a very easy, very simple system, and I hope that does give you a good picture, again, of our kvCore platform.
Okay, there you go. That's all I got. Does anybody
have... amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah,
have you been using kvCore for a long time?
Oh, no. I did not. I will tell you that when I joined eXp, we had conversion. And because when I came in August of 2017, I kind of dabbled in it. And then, they kept saying kvCore was coming. kvCore is coming. So I never really fully invested in conversion because I was like, well, I don't want to have to learn a whole new thing. And I was already using something called Realty Juggler for my CRM. And I'm like, I'm not going to do a ton with it. So blah, 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 blah. And so anyway, then when Jonathan Dupree came in and he, you know, gave that suggestion about how to get some leads on Nextdoor, I got a bunch, and I still, again, I didn't do anything with it. And it wasn't until December when I decided, December 2018, when I decided I was going to reach out to those leads, and I saw that 18% of those 98 leads, those 100 leads or whatever, listed their home and sold their home since in the last 6 months. I was like, wow, there's real business in here, and I didn't take advantage of it. So that's when I decided I was going to learn kvCore, and I was going to help other people learn it too. That's it.
Well, this has been so helpful and so wonderful, and I can't wait for you to come back in June. So thank you again.
Well, I'm so glad that it was helpful to some of you. I do have another, if somebody was able to record it, fantastic. If not, I do have a version of this. I did it last Sunday night, kind of my first version of this little training. I have a recording I'll post later this week in my Dum Dums group, and also my kvCore for Dum Dums group. And then, so Joy says she's done a custom page for open houses, and it works great to text info to visitors. Well, that's cool. I'd love to see what you do there. Yes, Doris, you love GR, and you have great memories here. And yeah, it is a great place to live. It's really a nice place to live. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. If anybody has any other questions, I'm happy to stay for a few more minutes.
Well, thank you so much. This was wonderful.
I'm so glad. Thank you so much I'm glad for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Sylvia?
Yeah.
This is Polly.
Hi.
I was noticing as you were going through the presentation that I saw some pictures that look actually embedded in your emails. Now, I don't know where they are or how, but whenever I went into the CRM program and was looking at the emails, it looks like it's not an easy thing to do to put pictures, like, you know, if you wanted to do it within. And I didn't know if they're coming up with an easier way. This is the only CRM program I've ever been in where